Hey, what is up YouTube? This is TheTimeWizard here, coming at you guys with my Philadelphia YCS 2014 deck profile. Of course, I took my Constellars. Hopefully you guys are being sent here from my video recap. If not, in the description will be a link to that video so you can see how some of my matches paired up today and how the deck performed. I'm going to save that for that video. I'm not going to really elaborate into that too much into this video, but for the most part I'll just explain some of my deck choices. The deck performed phenomenally. Just more or less user-based problems, meaning me, you know, just small things that I could have done differently, and I would have done much better, but I couldn't have asked for more for the day. I did pretty decently. So, onto the profile, guys. I hope you enjoy it. So, obviously, you got the triple Pollux, triple Koss, triple Algaidi. I hate this card. I wish it was a little bit better, but it still does its purpose. So, then your best top deck, Constellar Sombre, 3 of that, and 2 Sheraton. Just about every game 2, I was siding this out to put in Fissure and Macro, and I'll explain that at the end. But you know, it's there. It's your Stratos. It gets you your Sombre. It makes you have your plays. So whatever. Then I opted to run 2 Max Cs. A lot of people were playing, maining their Max Cs for this event, and this performed phenomenally. My buddy suggested that I do it. I was signing these beforehand, but I'm really glad they went in the main because they helped me out in many matches. So, and then the 1-of monsters, of course, you got the Honest, the Thunder King, and the Bear. So that's 19 monsters, guys. It just works so well. And then you got your triple Tenki for your spells. Honestly, I had a hard time trying to find this card throughout the day. Just, it wasn't coming to my hand, and you know, people had those MSTs waiting. But when I did get it off, you know, on my first turn, you know, they can't respond to it. I was able to get my play, set up my board, and most of the time when that happened, they just couldn't do anything. 2 MSTs, I sided the 3rd. I don't know, this sort of event, I just didn't feel like 3 was needed in the main. I wanted to make more options, put some extra counter traps in that really helped me out, and 2 performed perfectly. 2 Lance protection, the Rhoda for Pollux, and the Book of Moon. I believe that is, I don't know how many spells it is, you guys can count, but whatever. For the traps, the 2 Mirror Force, only 2 Fiendish Chain. 3rd, this was my reasoning behind not playing the 3rd, that yeah, you can stop their monster effect, you can stop them from attacking, but you're just letting their monster sit on board. I opted to play main 2 Black Horns of Heavens, and I had to take something out, so the 3rd one just went. I just wanted to have answers to their special summoning, and since Black Horn is a counter trap, half the time they never had something to respond to. Speaking of which, let me get it here. The 2 Black Horn of Heaven helped me out so much. They'd go for their big play, and then I'd just be like, nope. Another card that performed phenomenally, Wiretap. Oh my god, this card won me so many games I cannot count. I had 2 of these set one game. I will tell a little bit of a story for this. I had 2 of these set. I was playing against a, I think it was a Plant Han Quasar deck. That's why I believe it was. Honestly, I beat the guy too quickly that I didn't even know. I had to ask him at the end of the duel what he was playing. I felt bad, but I had both these set, and I was trying to make my Pallades. He had a Torrential, used it, and then I went for Pallades, and he goes, warning, he has 4,300 life points left. You got to pay the cost for that. Wiretapped it, and then I just immediately bounced it back and went for game right there. I thought that was pretty cool. And then, of course, your 1-ofs, you got Boundless, Song Warning, and Compulse, and your Torrential. People are cutting this now. I still like it. It works for me. So that might have been 12 traps, maybe 9 spells. anyway, you guys can figure it out. Onto the extra deck next. One Dweller, never made it. Cowboy, of course, whenever you want to try and make this, they scoop up before you can even do it. It's there just so you can say, yeah, I have Cowboy. Diamond Dyer, I believe I made this once to pop a skill drain. Yes. Number 82 Heartland Draco. Never had a chance to make this card. I just never needed it. I was always going Pallades or Omega, and I just took the game by storm. I was just putting on tons of damage through that. I just never needed to poke them for 2k directly. Another MVP right there, Tsukiyomi. I went into this quite often. This card just works really well. It just gives you options to the hand. Paladimo killed two Draco Sacks throughout the day, and you know, obviously you get that +1 when he dies, so that's cool. 2 Omega. I went to the event playing Maystroke, and I didn't have the second Omega. And I sat for a while thinking about it, and I'm like, I really need a second Omega. Like, I just feel like today is going to be that day that 2 Omega is going to be relevant for me. Never before have I needed another Omega, but I dropped the Maystroke and got another one for my buddy to borrow. But I'm so happy I got another one in. It changes my mind completely about how this deck should be run, that you should definitely have 2 Omega, because he's just your go-to guy when you got a rank 4 option. He just opens up them plays. So, saved my ass quite a bit. One number 101, I managed to get one of these before the event. This card, I have a thing about using expensive cards, and I just feel like this is such a cheap out to certain things. I was playing a dragon against a Dragon Ruler deck, and he had Felgran out, and he had already used the effect that turn and negate something else. And I go for this, and you know, the salt ran down. You know, he was a little pissed, but I'm like, you know, I could have made like Starleech Paladimo. I could have made Heartland Draco. I could have had other options. You know, I was letting him know that. I'm like, you know, I didn't have to make this, but I just felt like that was the safer choice. The rank 5s, Volcasaurus never made it. Tyrus made it in the Mermail matchup. Helped out a little bit. 2 Pallades, always went into 2 just about almost every game. Never needed the 3rd. Just so good. Rank 6, of course, the M7, you need it. And then the Gaia Charger. Won so many games. I really urge you guys to go check out my report to see what I have to say about my matchups, because that card saved my bacon quite a bit. And then for my side, 2 system downs, because I thought I'd play at least Geargia or some type of Karakuri or anything along that nature, just machines in general. Never did. The 3rd MST, obviously. Darkhole, just didn't have room for it in the main. I did side it in once in a while, just for like rogue or anything that really liked to spam the field. So it was there if I needed it. The 3 cards that I sided in every chance I got after the first game, these immediately went in. The Sheratons went out and something else, depending on what I was playing against. But these cards were just always in my hand throughout the day. I had them on the field, and just people crumbled before me. Just so many decks this format need their graveyard, and I'm just so happy my side deck was showing up in my hand. Those cards were probably the best cards of the day for this deck. 2 Overworked. I think I sided one of these in once against Madolche because of their field spell, but honestly, I didn't even play Fire Fist. I didn't need it. 2 Stygian Durage. This was more or less for Rogue, I guess. Never really needed it. Could have came out, honestly, for something else. 2 Dust Tornadoes. I believe I did side these in. I don't know which matchup. I'd have to look back at it, but they were there, helpful for the extra back row, because everyone was siding Light and Prisoning Mirrors, so just to make sure that I had answers to certain things like that right away. They were there for that reasoning. And then 2D night surgery, they went in once against a spellbook matchup. So, they were all right, but more or less it was the fissure, the macro, and the soul drain that really made it happen today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Like I said, it performed perfectly for the day I was there. I didn't stay the 2 days, but yeah. But once again, guys, I urge you to go into the description, click the link button, go check out my recap to really hear about some stories and whatnot. But anyway, guys, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.